from Redbird Arena here on the campus of Illinois State University, we bring you the Class A Girls Illinois State High School Association basketball finals. The Blue Girls of Carthage against the Lady Redskins of Nokomis. Tonight's coverage of the IHSA Girls Class A Championship games proudly presented by Country Companies Insurance and by Pepsi. Well, it has been a long day. It has been an interesting day, and now we have reached the finals. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Redbird Arena. I'm Mike Lederman, joined once again by Yvonne Simmons. Zara Collins will be patrolling the sidelines. This has been an arduous climb for these teams, but the two best teams in the tournament, if not in Class A in the state, are here tonight.
Yeah, they're here tonight, and they're both very well disciplined, good defensive specialists. I think it's going to be a great battle on both sides of the floor.
Carthage has been #1 in the state for a long time. They certainly showed why in their semifinal win. And the person who surprised so many people, but not her teammates and not her coach, Jenny Eisnagel.
Jenny Eisnagel played an outstanding game this afternoon, but what you have to watch for tonight is her stamina. Yes, you played in tournament games before, but this is the state championship. This is the state championship game. Takes a lot more energy and a lot more emotion.
And Jenny has a very talented cast with her. On the Nokomis side of the ball, the best player in the tournament, probably the best player Class A has seen in the state, Molly McDowell for Nokomis.
Molly is leading the tournament in points. She has 26 points, and she's shooting at 52%. She is outstanding, a good ball player, someone that's going to have to be taken care of this afternoon or this evening for Carthage. The thing is, she's had 2 hours more rest than this Carthage ball club, and that's a big concern.
You know, that's always something that we ask the coaches every year at these tournaments that turn out to be such marathons. And we forget, maybe we do, that these kids are 16, 17, maybe younger than that, and all they want to do is play. This is their big stage.
Right.
And, hey, if they could play till midnight, they'll probably do it.
They do have those young legs, but I'm still telling you that emotion, that energy, that adrenaline is running. There might be a little nerves at the first minute or two, but then after that they might be okay. But just at the end of the game, it's who's stronger, who has the will, who has the heart to win this basketball game.
It will be interesting to see, because Molly McDowell can turn this game around by herself. What Carthage will do to stop her. Carthage,
they are a good defensive team. They're going to have to stop her penetration, and then once they do that, they're going to have to get right back on their man. They're going to have to help out. As for Carthage offensively, I think Nokomis is going to try and really isolate Jenny Eisnagel and play behind her instead of in front of her like they usually do. It's going to be a great battle.
All right, we have all coming up for you. Let's first take a break here, and we'll be back courtside. Both teams still on the floor for warm-ups following the consolation game won by Sterling Newman Central Catholic High School over West Frankfort. Let's take a look now at the road to the finals, how they got here. First, for the Blue Girls, they have had a tough road, a couple of narrow escapes in the quarterfinal against Ileana Christian. They needed a free throw in overtime at the buzzer to do it. And then 53-48, a tough game against West Frankfort. Let's go over to Eric Collins. He has got the coach for Carthage with him. Here's Bill Lapp.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mike. We're here with the inspirational coach, Bill Lapp. He's got the inspirational tie on. You're wearing your good luck tie.
Well, believe it or not, the girls asked me to wear the football tie. They usually don't like me to, being assistant football coach, they don't like when I bring football into basketball, but for the championship game, they wanted to see Vince Lombardi.
Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Well, I tell you, it's one of those things that supposedly Vince Lombardi didn't. It was preparing to win, or the will to win is, but we'll take what it says tonight.
In terms of preparation, you have very little time to prepare for this game. Only 5 hours off since your last game this morning. How is your team doing? What did you guys do the last 5 hours?
Well, as soon as we got done here, went to the country buffet and ate a little bit, and then went out to the rooms and rested for about an hour, hour and a half, and then, again, it was one of those things where we in the Thanksgiving tournament this year up at Galesburg, we played on a Friday night at Galesburg High, and then we played Peoria Central on that Saturday morning, came back and played Galesburg High that night and won all 3 games. So I told them, I said, this is just like playing at the beginning of the year when we won 3 in a row. I said, got to win 3 in a row here, do the same thing. So
taking a look at your roster and taking a look at Nokomis' roster, how do you feel you match up against these guys?
Well, even the guys that scouted them for me said that they feel like we match up pretty well. As far as size, they're not quite as tall as we faced the last 2 games, but they are more physical underneath. So we're going to have to really work to establish our position and rebound. and again, I know everybody's talking about good golly Miss Molly, but it's one of those things. I just told them, I said, go out and play the game of basketball, and everything will take its course. We'll be okay.
We look forward to talking to you again, and good luck.
Thank you.
That's Coach Bill Lapp. Now let's go back to Mike Liederman. Mike, take it away.
Thank you, Eric. We'll check in with the opposing coach in just a minute as we look at the blue crew of Carthage. We'll be back. Take a look at the road to the finals for the Lady Redskins of Nokomis. The toughest matchup was probably the first one, and that was a big hurdle against perennial power Teutopolis against the Lady Shoes. From there, well, not much in terms of a problem against Sterling Newman in the semifinals. 63-47 the win. Well, how does that sit with Coach Maury Huff? Let's find out from Eric.
Thanks again, Mike. Maury, the toughest thing in the world to do is not only play one state champion or one semifinal game, but then you got to come back and play a final game. How is your team prepared to play 2 games in one day?
Well, I think it comes from just all the tough workouts we have. Our practices are very demanding, and as a result, I think these kids know what it's like to hit a wall and then be pushed through the wall. These kids will somehow find a way to prevail. You know, and if their legs go, we've talked to them in there, you got to find a way. You got to bust through it all and prevail here. And it comes down to just how bad you want it, you know.
Coach, you talked to me just a little bit ago about how you guys get prepared for a game, the motivational things that you do. Can you share that with the audience?
Well, I don't really know. My assistant knows, and nobody really tells me. I'm not allowed in there.
Well, the songs they sing.
Well, I tell you what, we have a game tape, pre-game tape, and a hotel room every game before we went. They've got in there, closed the door, and you can hear them in there. They're rocking and rolling.
Everyone except for Molly.
Right, Molly's over. Molly gets different already. She goes through that slow burn. The rest of them are over there pumping up. She prepares differently.
To each his own. Good luck. We will talk to you right after halftime.
Thank you very much.
That's Coach Murray Huff. Now let's go back to Mike Liederman. Mike, take it away.
About 1 minute away from the starting lineups. Again, we have got all sorts of activities going on the floor for you this evening, and we will have halftime activities as well. Carthage, the Blue Girls against the Lady Redskins. It is a colorful evening, Yvonne.
You just have said that the entire day or evening.
I'm waiting for it.
Gotta get it on the air, right?
And we got it. We got it, absolutely. What's also interesting, too, is if you look at both starting lineups, there was only one senior between the 2 teams.
Well, for Nokomis, it's a promising future for them. You know, they don't start anybody that's a senior. And for Carthage, it's just experience that comes off the bench, which can always help you, because in certain situations you can get rattled. You may need somebody to come off the bench, you know, Jenny Eisenagel to come in for a spark. So, you know, for both of them, it's to their advantage.
They're young teams, and yet for both, the future is now. It's right here. It's time for the national anthem to be sung by Princeton High School student Nicholas Towns.
Oh, say, can we see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Maury Huff and the Nokomis Lady Redskins, Bill Lapp, the Blue Girls of Carthage. Let's check in now with public address announcer Jeff Fritzen for tonight's starting lineup.
March Madness Championship game. First, For the Carthage Blue Girls, a 6'2" senior, number 45, Jenny Eisenogel. For Nokomis, a 5'8" junior, number 24, Rochelle Detmer. For Carthage, a 5'11" senior, number 10, Alicia Nagel. For Nokomis, a 5'9" junior, number 21, Carrie Eisenbart. For Carthage, a 6' junior, number 35, Adrian Dickerson. For Nokomis, a 5'9" freshman, number 44, Vanessa Waterman. For Carthage, a 5'9" sophomore, number 23, Cassie Twaddle. For Nokomis, a 5'8" sophomore, number 30, Jessie Huff. For Carthage, a 5'8" junior, number 4, Rachel Sullivan. And for Nokomis, a 5'9" junior, number 11, Molly McDowell.
Well, Bill Lapp changing up his starting lineup and going with the big player, Jenny Eisenogel. She had been coming off the bench, but after such a strong performance in the semifinal, 21 points and 8 rebounds, she's going to start tonight. Maury Huff, his regular crew, again, 3 juniors, a sophomore, and a freshman, Venetia Waterman. Nokomis will be the home team in white. The Blue Girls, you got it, in blue. Our officials tonight, led by Kenny Palmer, along with Wendy Kamuka and Kevin Hicks. Okay, this is it. Nokomis, a record of 31-2. Carthage, a record of 33-1. No question, they both deserve to be here at Carthage. It's their 2-1 record in the finals. Nokomis, as we told you, it's their first appearance, although they have had strong teams throughout the past 2 decades.
Yeah, when you talk about tournament history, they haven't been here, but the tradition of the Nokomis ball team is very strong. They've had 20-win seasons in many of the 16 years that Maury Huff has been a coach. So we're not talking about somebody, a team that is, or a program that is up and coming. They've been solid and been strong, just been stopped by Teton.
Teton, and then before that Litchfield, but now it is the turn of the Blue Girls, and they got Nokomis. They want to see what they can do. They are underway, and Eisenogel gets the tip. Carthage, and right away, Molly McDowell commits the foul. Very aggressive play by McDowell. You'll see it all game long, but there she gets tacked with the foul 6 seconds into the start of things. So the lineups again, Sullivan, Twaddle, Dickerson, Alicia Nagel, number 10, and Eisenogel, number 45 for the Blue Girls. McDowell, number 11, Jessie Huff, daughter of the coach, Venetia Waterman, Carrie Eisenbart, and Rochelle Detmers.
Again, Nokomis is going with their 1-2-2, but what they're going to do is really take a look at Jenny Eisenogel when she does make it down there in the post. They usually front their post. This time they're going to go behind her. Right now she hasn't, oh my goodness, hasn't slid down to take that. She takes
Eisenogel just blowing everyone away, taking a 3. Foul underneath, and the score. Well, maybe that was supposed to get everybody's attention, and it certainly did.
We'll take a look at it here. She's been playing up top. No one comes out to guard her because, of course, she's not going to shoot it from there. She has the strength to do it, though. Big girls, you know, you can shoot from out there. Get her leg strength to do it.
Underneath Nagel.
They're going to have to pay attention. You know, we talked about in the game before their backs being turned. This time they're going to have to open up to things because Carthage is very good at flashing to the open spot.
Combination defenses will be used by Carthage as Molly McDowell comes in right down the middle.
You see Carthage there trying to double team, just showed it a little bit, and then Nagel backed off, but she can't really back off with Molly because she'll take the shot. Somebody's going to stick a hand, at least in her face, and back off, and somebody's got to stick there and stick a hand in her face.
And we love playing with Molly McDowell because if she doesn't have the shot, of course she will pass off. Actually prefers passing off. This is Twaddle looking inside to Eisenogel. Rebound to Sullivan. Twaddle fires up the left-hander, catches nothing but glass. And a Front court, back court violation. The ball will go over to Nokomis. Ball didn't catch any rim and came right back, and the ruling was back court. Bill Lapp with instructions. Now McDowell will call a play, and often it's a clear out.
This is a 1-4 set.
This time they clear out the left side. Jesse Huff. Rebound underneath. Waterman missing. Carthage running. Sullivan has the left hand. And she is fouled in the act of shooting by Jessica Huff. Huff's first foul.
Foul on number 30.
Sullivan, one of the few natural lefties, but everybody on that team is very good at using the offhand.
Both of these teams we've seen have missed early, and
Nagel puts it up.
for both of these teams, their opponent's scoring average is actually very low. Their field goal percentage, 25% for Carthage. Their opponents only average 25% field goal shooting, and for Nokomis, they're at 36%.
Sullivan on the foul. That's her first. Tied at 2. Barely 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. State Class A final, the first of 4 straight Saturdays of March Madness with you. And with us here at Fox Sports Chicago. We'll look inside.
Nokomis is doing a great job of getting back and really stopping Carthage.
McDowell, and McDowell is fouled by Dickerson. Molly McDowell starting immediately all over the floor.
Molly McDowell really extending her pressure into the backcourt. She gets the steal here, and then trying to push off to get the ball back again, she gets fouled.
Huff to inbound from Nokomis. This is Carrie Eisenbar. Foul guarded by Nagel, takes the 3.
She's 4 for 11 in the tournament, now 5 made.
Gives the team a 3-point lead. Coming through is Twaddle, and she is fouled. Foul going in the act.
You take a look at it here again, no real pressure. She has the room to take the shot. Usually she's been penetrating, so not a bad move by Nagel because that's what they've seen, and she takes the 3-point shot. But in the first game they played, she nailed it. She was 4 for 10 from the field.
Eisnagel. There's Jenny. It's tough for a person to get lost under there, but Eisnagel did and converted her first 2. Brings her team within 1, and on the other hand, she blocks Molly McDowell.
You know, Molly McDowell is going to take it in there. She's going to attack that, and Eisnagel does a nice job of reaching over, staying within her stance, if you can call it that. Goes up really strong and straight with the arm. It doesn't get her with the body.
And a 5-second count as Nokomis cannot inbound.
Again, Carthage is a very strong defensive squad. They do very well in the passing lanes. They adjust well when the ball is moved.
And they throw the diamond press, the 1-2-1-1. Under 5 minutes to go, first quarter. There's the score. Nokomis up 1. And Carthage throws the ball away. Inside to Miners, and Miners is fouled.
Well, they're obviously not showing that they're afraid at all of Eisnagel because they're going in the inner post, obviously don't have the size advantage at all. They're taking it in there, and they're attacking her.
We will see what happens next. First, we have a timeout, 4:34 to go first quarter. And it's a 5-4 lead for Nokomis.
One of the unique things about this tournament is the size listed of some of these girls. Now, if you take a look at the roster for Carthage, they're listed as considerably taller than they actually are. Jenny Eisnagel is listed as 6'2", she's probably 5'8". Alicia Nagel's listed at 5'11", she's probably 5'6", maybe 5'5". Talk to Coach Lab about this. He says, size doesn't mean anything. You play as big as you think you are. I want my girls to think they're big. Back to you guys.
I thought that only happened in the NBA. Okay, anyway, here we go. Nokomis with the ball, and firing it up is Waterman. McDowell underneath. And Eisnagel gets her. For Jenny, that is her first foul, and it will send McDowell to the line where she shoots 77%.
The thing with Eisnagel, if you take it at her, she doesn't have a lot of jumping ability. So if you can get her to the point where you can get the ball over her, so she feels like she has to either bring her arm down. When she does bring that arm down, they'll usually call a foul for that instead of standing straight up with your arm straight in the air. They'll usually call the foul on you, and she, you know, it's going to be hard for her to stop her body once she gets it going.
Nothing but net on both shots. 7 points for Nokomis, all 7 for McDowell. Carthage down 3 now with the ball. This is Trotter. Always you'll see that 1-2-2 ball trap.
And they're moving very well down there to cover the post area.
Taken away by Miners. There's the long pass from McDowell, but this time it's too much for Waterman. The telecast rights to this game have been granted to Fox Sports Chicago by the Illinois High School Association. Any reproduction, rebroadcast of the girls' IHSA championships not permitted without the express written consent of Fox Sports Chicago and the IHSA. I'm Mike Liederman along with Yvonne Simmons. Eric Collins roaming the sidelines as Carthage on the move with Nagel. And into the game for the first time, Valerie Kimmel for the Blue Girls. Waddle again at 3. Waterman.
And that's the shot that Nokomis says they're going to give Carthage. You take that outside shot right now, and we want you to beat us with that shot because they haven't shown that they're able to do that.
We have also seen Carthage fall behind a lot.
Right.
And it's almost like lulling the opponent to sleep because
Exactly.
they will come back and bite you quickly. Hoff from top of the key. Underneath, Miners will be called for a travel. Bonnie Miners, one of the rotating post players at 5'10", had the position but shuffled her feet. So the turnovers, total of 7.
See, everybody's hanging back a little bit, giving Carthage the room.
Into Jenny with the left hand.
Help came a little bit too late. Once the ball was in the air, you got to slide over and stop her from taking that step.
She's got
Get it
4.
clear.
The Nokomis lead is 1. McDowell going
There you go,
around.
right around her. That's exactly what you have to do. Bring her out a little bit so that she's away from the basket. Then put a little move on her and go right around her.
A lot of teams have doubled up, box and 1, a triangle and 2 on McDowell. Carthage doesn't do it. As Nagel fires it up way short. Underneath, it's blocked away nicely by Miners. Scrum underneath, possession arrow goes to Nokomis. Let's take a look at Molly again. We're talking about why not box and 1 on her. Well, very easy. This way she's got more options.
She has a handle in the open court, and as Jenny Eisnagel comes over and try to help, she's really not going to do much good because Molly McDowell's handle is so good that she can just give her a little fake and go right around her. Not quick enough to move her feet to stop her defensively.
Eisnagel gets a breather. Number 25, Andrea Fleming, a junior at 5'11". Well, a Bill Lapp 5'11" comes in. Here's Molly again. This time the dish off.
And now we open up the middle and open up underneath because Eisnagel is not in the ball game, so that's something they're going to go to.
Rochelle Detmers with a basket. First not scored by McDowell. 5-point lead for Nokomis.
Now you're going to see Nokomis take a little more, or gamble a little bit more because Eisnagel, again, not in the ball game, so they're going to change it up just a little bit, be a little more aggressive on the perimeter. Now everybody matches up really well.
And the 3 try off the rim by Fleming. Last touch by Carthage. There's the game story. A minute 48 to go here in the first quarter. We get another substitution from Nokomis. Huff goes out. And number 14, Janice Spears, a 5'7" junior, comes in. Turnover. Here comes Carthage with Nagel.
As you see, this time Carthage has 2 people back there on.
As Amy Hanslick drives, and she is fouled. Hanslick will go to the line. Foul is by Bonnie Miners, her first. And there is Amy Hanslick. Hanslick is a senior. Started a couple of years ago on the team that finished second in the state Went to the bench last year, didn't adjust to it all that well, but is doing much better with it this year, playing key minutes and averaging a little better than 4 a game. She's got her first right here.
And that's the problem that Bill Lapp said they had last year. There were some attitude adjustments that needed to be made if they were going to make it far this year, and they made those adjustments, got their attitudes together, and here they find themselves in the championship game. Nice steal, nice anticipation.
Nice steal, beautifully done by Twaddle.
Well, you know who they're looking for. Everybody in the gym knows who they're looking for. So they're moving more on the pass than any other team we've seen to cut those options out.
Alicia Nagel now, as Carthage has come back to within 1. They're just rotating a lot of different players on Molly McDowell. Right now, Twaddle's got her, and we get a foul on the dribble penetration, and Twaddle will commit it. It is her first.
Here's a steal again. Great anticipation by Carthage to go and get the basketball and to cut it off from Molly McDowell. And then they're going to run a play. Nagel cuts again, makes a flash and gets the basket.
Back to live action, inbounding Nokomis. Out it goes to Waterman.
Waterman's been a little off in these past 2 games, and I know it's only the first quarter here, but...
Nice break by Carthage. The left hand this time by Nagel.
And that's what they want to do. That's their bread and butter right there. Get out on transition, make the quick basket. They don't like to set up in half court. They can do it, but they don't look as good. And they're not as confident when they're in their half court set.
Fleming trying for the steal, gets the foul instead. Her first. And that's the 6th team foul on the Blue Girls. So Nokomis will be in the bonus after this. Final minute here in the first quarter. 1-point game with Carthage ahead. They put a little run on the Lady Redskins.
And Carthage, as always, playing their player-to-player as Molly McDowell attempts another 3.
And this one will be on Nagel, who goes over the back as Nokomis had position. For Alicia, that's her first.
Carthage is giving Molly a little more room to try and cut out that penetration. So she's having the open shot. She's taken it. It just hasn't fallen yet. Again, with cutting off her penetration, they're also cutting off her option of usually dishing. She penetrates, causing the defender to come over. She's usually double teamed, and then she finds the open player to dish to. It's a very important part of their offense.
Miners missing on the 1-and-1. Here comes Carthage again. Nagel. Ansela driving baseline, throws it away. Let's not forget Alicia Nagel here. She's not exactly chopped liver, an all-state player. Averages better than 15 points a game and 4 rebounds.
Great leader. She hustles on the floor, on both ends of the floor.
McDowell with 15 seconds, sees the whole floor, spreads it out. They better run something quickly. Down to 6, and there it is from 3. Huff tries to get off the shot, and it is blocked at the buzzer. Nicely done by Fleming, I believe. So we have played 1 quarter, every bit as tight as we thought, with Nokomis trailing the Carthage Blue Girls by 1, 12-11. Back after this. There's a look at Molly McDowell. We will tell you that high school action continues. We'll have the girls class AA tournament next Saturday. The semifinals, both of them starting at 11, and the final at 8 right here on Fox Sports Chicago. Mike Liederman, Yvonne Simmons, Eric Collins bringing you the Class A final live here on Fox Sports Chicago. Carthage with the turnover to start the 2nd quarter. Molly McDowell for Nokomis.
You want to see Waterman get a little more involved. Eisenbarth, we haven't heard from her. Both of them are blanked right now. Waterman usually averages 9 points a game, and Eisenbarth at 11. Eisenbarth had a nice game against Newman this afternoon, 17 points, 12 rebounds.
And probably all but one of those baskets on feeds from
right.
Molly.
Haven't heard from her at all.
It's up, it's good by Andrea Fleming. That's her first basket. Fleming averages about 7.
And Carthage is showing that they can take those shots from the outside if you give it to them.
Fast break the other way as Eisenbarth gets the pass and goes in for her first 2.
Did you see Carthage gets that basketball as soon as it comes through the net and heads up the floor, gets the ball out very quickly.
Ansel fires it up. Rebound underneath with Valerie Kimmel getting fouled on the stick back. Bonnie Miners, her 2nd.
Foul is on number 40. Bonnie Miners, her 2nd.
And here we get our first look at Valerie Kimmel, also listed at 5'11". I guess, what, 5'7" is probably about right.
Yeah.
Good free throw shooter, 75%, makes her first.
Kimmel also is known for going to the offensive glass. Positions herself very well to get up there and get that second opportunity.
A look at the blue crew from Carthage. They're up 3. About a minute gone. Look at them. No look. And the foul. What a pass by Molly McDowell. Miners convert. She'll go to the line.
And what made that pass work is she fired it. There was no lob to it. There was no, oh, I think I'll throw it there. It just fired and went straight for the... Take a look here. Again, looking up the court.
Looking away. Whoa.
No look pass, and she just fired it through. She knew it was sweet. Yeah.
She gets more of a kick out of that than she does from scoring.
You always want to, you know, you love it when you get set up for the assist.
Snoggle in, and Nagel comes out. Alicia with 6. Here again is Miners, missed her first attempt. And did not look pretty on that one. Carthage the ball, a 1-point lead. Anselot.
Can we have hanging back on Isanago, a little double team when the ball goes over on the baseline? Movement a little bit slower for Carthage when they're on their half-court offense. Again, no real set offense. They just kind of move the ball and look for their opportunities, look for the flashers.
Again, the quick hands by McDowell, but Anselot holds on. Tries to shuttle it off.
Got away with the travel there. And there they scored out of a broken play, but they were able to penetrate, and that gives them the opportunity to dish it off. It was a broken play, but they got the shooters.
Kimmel on the basket.
Nice
Here comes McDowell through. Leaves it.
Again, didn't mean to, but ended up with an assist.
2 broken plays, 1 at each end of the floor. Turn into baskets. Anselot this time has it. Anselot has 4. And the Carthage lead again is 3. Under 6 minutes. You see it in the right corner of your screen. First half action here.
Again, overplaying the passing lanes by Carthage, really making Nokomis go out there on the perimeter.
Send McDowell down low. Now she goes to the corner. The cross-court pass for the 3. Eisenbarth under for the rebound, and we get a held ball. Possession arrow stays with Nokomis.
Lapp wanted a traveling because there was 2 Nokomis players that had their hands on the basketball, and then a Carthage player came over a little bit late to join in.
Off to inbound. McDowell this time. And this is Huff, who likes that spot.
Once she gets going, she does a great job at hitting some key shots. Really likes to hit her first few. Missed her first 3-pointer and missed another little jumper, but that was nice to see her hit that, and hopefully that'll get her going.
The sophomore has her first basket, ties the game at 20. Twaddle tries to answer, doesn't have it. Rebound Nokomis. And Miners doing a job on the board. Again, the long look to Eisenbarth. This time she hands it off, and Waterman gets the 2.
The crowd for Carthage wanted a traveling call on Eisenbarth. Couldn't quite get control to get the basket up, so she dished it off.
5 in a row now for Nokomis to give them a 2-point lead.
It might be time for Nokomis just to show their hand a little bit, get in their face just a little bit, and then back off so they don't take that shot.
They're giving
The open shot. They're giving it to him. They're making it in this game.
Andrea Fleming.
And Fleming is someone that can hit the 3-pointer.
And McDowell right back down in the face of Eisenbarth.
There was enough room so she can get the shot off. She didn't have to worry about it getting blocked. Eisenbarth didn't bring her hand down. Again, the opening, she's a streak shooter.
Fleming doesn't get that one. Eisenbarth does. Follows it up. Again, the stick back for Kimmel, and Kimmel is fouled. Fouled by Jessica Huff, and for Huff, Jessie Huff, that's her second. We'll check it. It's on
Carthage does a really nice job of going to the offensive glass. IHSA really doesn't have anything. She just throws it up there, but then her teammate tries to get it back up there again, and Nokomis ends up fouling. Valerie Kimmel is on the line.
Kimmel, 75% from the line, misses that one. IHSA sits down with 4. And a lot of disruption, and there you see Bonnie Miners with the 3 fouls on the bench. Every part of the rim but in. 24-23, Nokomis, the 1-point lead the ball. Quickly played game to this point. McDowell stops it, pops it.
Caught a foul? I don't know.
Well, the foul's on Eisenbarth going over the back of Dickerson.
No, I think it's actually on Dickerson.
Oh, they did call it on Dickerson. They're staying down that same end of the court. And for Dickerson, that is 3. So one of the Carthage players in foul trouble, and IHSA comes right back. Dickerson leaves without scoring. I'll show it to you here.
McDowell with the shot, and everybody going up for the offensive rebound. I really do think that Dickerson had the inside position.
Yeah. Wendy Kamuka, the official, right there.
But I'm not right there underneath the basket. So that's just my opinion.
Just your opinion. Eisenbarth makes them both. She has 4. Nokomis now, as we seesaw, has gone to a 3-point lead. Timeout on the floor. Nokomis 26, Carthage 23. Away we go. Don't you worry. We'll be back.
Folks, welcome back to Redbird Arena. We got a close game, 26-23 in favor of Nokomis. Now, to give you a little local flavor, Nokomis is on just a little bit south of Springfield. Carthage is on the western Illinois border, really close to Iowa. But they have a lot of things in common. They both are basketball powers. They both have 2,800 people living in their towns. One difference, Nokomis is building 1 stoplight. Carthage already has 2 stoplights. So that's the only difference I can figure out. Back to you.
Thank you for the representative of both chambers of commerce. He's Eric Collins.
1 and 2 stoplights.
I love it. We have that many on our block, right?
Right. We're from the same town.
That's right. One of those rough and tumble northern suburbs, boy. Yeah. Look inside to IHSA, missing that one.
And that's something that Coach Huff said that he didn't see IHSA have a turnaround shot. She has that when she has a little isolation. They do it a little lob to her, but he hasn't seen her turn around and make a shot.
Dallas sets up the 3 from Waterman, but badly missed. We'll go back the other way. Good break. And nicely put in by Andrea Fleming, who's doing the offensive load here. She's got 7.
And Huff didn't like that at all. An easy transitional basket for Carthage. He's going to talk to them about that. I guarantee you it's going to change in the second half.
Well, the freshman shot also precipitated that, not drawing anything, but never fear. Molly puts another one up. Now we got a held ball between Eisenbarth and IHSA, and it will be Carthage ball on the possession arrow. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. We take a look at this again, how you fight in the scrum. Twaddle. And the natural lefty puts in the short jumper. That's her first 2.
There's just no commitment by Nokomis on the defensive end. I think when they've been told to lay back and really let them go on the perimeter, and they're kind of out of their sync a little bit in terms of being really aggressive on defense.
IHSA following Molly McDowell.
Sometimes when you make
on Jenny. I'm sorry.
Sometimes when you make a change like that defensively, you tell your team who's used to being in your face, pressure all the time, that you want to lay back a little bit on the perimeter. Sometimes it doesn't work because their mindset kind of gets relaxed now. You know, we're not supposed to go out on them. We're not supposed to. They're really trying to remember that's the game plan, and then sometimes it can backfire on you.
McDowell has been fairly quiet after hitting the first 9 points of this game for her team. She's got 11. What's it does?
Carthage has done a nice job at really cutting off her penetration, so she's not able to shoot. When she does pick the ball up, they steal off everybody else.
All tied at 27, under 2 minutes to go first half. Fleming again.
Okay, they've got to come out now. It's got to go back to their pressure basketball.
Second 3 for Fleming.
She's a streaky shooter, and she's hot right now.
1:35 to go.
And for Nokomis, we need to see somebody else pick up the slack. And there's Jessie Huff with a back door.
And Huff is fouled underneath. Once again, as Molly McDowell gets the ball, she looks for those cutters no matter where they are on the floor.
Second personal. At the line for Nokomis, Jessie Huff, shooting 2. 20-second timeout. Nokomis.
Fleming the foul. It's her second and a 20-second timeout here. We'll take a look at the Nokomis huddle and check in with Eric Collins.
Actually, guys, I need to correct something. I've already been corrected. I was
Stoplight.
wrong. Nokomis has one blinking stoplight, and Carthage has one right now, and they're building their second one. So Carthage is burgeoning. It's up and coming. Back to you guys.
You can't stop progress. Next thing you know, they're going to get a tasty freeze. All right. Let's take a look at Jessica Huff on the line. Jessie, 5'8" sophomore. That's her dad's count again. She's probably closer to 5'5". Right now, she's got 5 points and 6.
We talk about Molly McDowell, too, what she does for this team. She recognizes the things she has to do. Right now, they're kind of keen on her, and obviously it's helping a little bit. So she's going to do some other things to get everybody else involved so she can get this ball club going. Whatever is necessary, she does for this ball club.
But you know what's interesting, too? I think her teammates aren't helping her out. They've dropped several passes or let them go through their hands underneath the basket on some of those John Elway bombs, you know? 1 minute, 5 seconds to go, and now Carthage taking its time. 5-second count won't start until the defense starts to press up. Now they start the 5-second count. As long as the defense is backing off, offense can hold the ball as long as it wants. Now Carthage looking at the clock. You see it ticking down below 35 seconds now.
We'll get to 10 seconds and they'll call a timeout. Bill Lapp does a nice job at saving all his timeouts.
We'll now watch grass grow for another 15. Maury Huff is just saying, stay there, think, don't let him do something. And now you can see that Wallace just looking at the coach. I know this is a great advertisement for a shot clock. Now run the play. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, he's going past the 10-second mark.
And Fleming again, they set it up for her. Rebound Waterman. 4 seconds, McDowell. Molly at the buzzer.
Nope, she didn't get it off.
They count it.
They counted it.
Wendy Kamuka says it counts. She was emphatic about it. The Carthage fans don't like it. Maybe we could take a look at it again. And take a look. The clock will be in the corner of the screen.
Here it is. She wasn't out of her hands, but you got to wait for the horn. The double zero. You see the zeros there, but you got to wait for the horn.
Maybe we can listen for the horn. Well, maybe some other time. At any rate, it counts. That's what's the important thing. So let's go to Eric Collins. He's got Bill Lapp with him.
Yeah, Coach, kind of a tough way to end the half. Your girls played solid first half, though.
Well, yeah, I'm overall pleased. We just want to take time there at the end because I had, the few post people in foul trouble. The redhead, she just had 2 fouls, but I wanted to save her. I wanted her to be at her best this half. We're going to go in. We'll probably come out a little bit early just so we can shoot and get warmed up that way. I really don't have much to say. We got a couple of adjustments we're going to make to try to stop. I was going to make the adjustments with about 2 minutes left because of Molly's penetration, but I wanted to save it for halftime so they can't make any halftime adjustments. So you're going to see a little bit style of defense when we come out, and we'll see if it works.
Thanks. That's Bill Lapp. He's in a hurry. He's got business to do. He's got a state championship to win. Let's go back to you guys at the table.
All right, he also is not shy about sharing a strategy with us, so we will see what they do. Meanwhile, we saw him hold the ball for just about a minute. The Lady Redskins lead the Blue Girls 31-30. Obviously, this one's up for grabs. Back after this. Halftime here at Redbird Arena. The Blue Girls, well, the offense may have fallen off a little bit, but they are trailing 31-30 to Nokomis. Let's go over to the public address system now because the medals are being presented for the 3rd and 4th place finishers in this tournament. 3rd place team Sterling Newman and the 4th place team is Frankfurt. So let's go and watch the girls get their honors.
At this time, please meet the Lady Redbirds of West Frankfort, who finished the 1998 season in 4th place with a final record of 28 wins, 3 losses. First meet the principal of Frankfort High School, Mr. Kevin Toney. Athletic Director Richard Glodich. Head Coach Matt Hampelman. Assistant Coach John Turner. And the Lady Redbirds, number 0, Jessica DeLapp. Number 10, Amy Funkhauser. Number 11, Julie Warren. Number 12, Jana Williams. Number 15, Chelsea Ritchie.
Well, the Redbirds are getting their 4th place medals. Sterling Newman will get their 3rd place medals, and we will get some commercials. So stick around. The 3rd place and 4th place medals being awarded now. There is Mike Poposi for the 2nd straight year, leading the Lady Comets of Sterling Newman High School to bronze medals. Well, okay, so there's a little bit of a conflict there, but he'll take it. Sterling gets the bronze.
Oh, I was like, what?
I'll write it out for you.
You know what? It's been a long day.
It's been a long day, and I'm doing it. You think that's bad? I went back to the hotel.
Humor.
Went back to the hotel, and they're having a clown convention at the hotel. And I walk in a little bleary-eyed from a doubleheader, and there you see a bunch of folks in grease paint and red noses. I thought the legislature had moved in.
Well, both of these teams really have to be proud of themselves. This is something they'll never forget, always will talk about. And for Newman, they have a number of seniors that for 2 years in a row went down to state.
They did very, very well. So our congratulations to both the teams from Frankfort and from Sterling Newman. We'll be back. Show you some first half highlights. Get ready for the 2nd Class A championship right here on Fox Sports Chicago. It's 31, Carthage 30. You really can't say what's going to happen next. No clear-cut path yet. No pattern.
Well, Bill Lapp told us there's going to be some changes for Carthage in the 2nd half. We'll see how Nokomis adjusts. I think one thing they need to do is put the pressure on the perimeter.
Let's take a look at our Ameritech first half statistics. And again, very little to pick from here. Turnovers more for Nokomis, but you know, Carthage has had more shots and made a few more, but what can you say?
Yeah, very even ball game right there. I think there's a few little adjustments made on defense, and it's whoever has the will to win. All
right, Molly McDowell with 14 for Nokomis. Andrea Fleming with 10 off the bench for Carthage. Let's go to Eric Collins.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mike. Maura, you guys had a great burst of adrenaline going into the locker room after the last second shot by Molly McDowell. What was the mood like in the locker room?
The mood's up. We're confident. You know, like I told them, when we started the game, you know, it was emotional, and I told them, girls, you're 32 minutes away from a potential state championship. And I went in at halftime, I said, you know, earlier I told you we were 32 minutes away and we were tied. Now we're 60 minutes away and we got a 1-point advantage. So we're sitting better right now than we were when we started the basketball game. That's the way I look at it.
Coach, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
That's Coach Murray up. We'll be back in just a couple of moments with the final half of basketball.
Nokomis by 1. We start the 3rd quarter of action. Venetia Waterman for the Lady Redskins right in front of us, taking the ball out of bounds. And foul number 11, we all know about her. Jessica Huff. Waterman, starters are in for both teams.
Changed to 1-3-1 zone. They're used to Carthage usually plays player to player. They've gone to a zone.
Underneath, Eisenbach again has it blocked by Eisenagel. Carthage on the run, down by 1. Right away, they tried to get Waterman a shot, didn't go. And this is Sullivan with the rebound and the no-look, but taken away as the turnover by Nager. Here's McDowell, 1 on 3. Not a problem.
Big-time player in the big games. No game is bigger than this.
Nicely saved in there by Twaddle. Ball went off her foot. Dickerson.
Playing behind Eisenagel. There they get the steal. Doesn't have the springs to get up there and get that lob.
Carthage by 3. Huff from her spot.
First 5 minutes of the basketball game at the beginning, at the half, are very important. Right now, Nokomis is coming out and doing a very nice job. Seems to have made the adjustment from the zone.
Almost another turnover. Looked inside Eisenagel, but Jenny is fouled, and she was fouled by Rochelle Detmers, number 24, number 1 for her. Well, usually it's Carthage coming out with that big third quarter burst. Nokomis is doing it here.
Take a look at the basket there. A nice pass to an open Jessie Huff. She looks, squares up, turns to shoot. As soon as she gets the basketball, she knows she's open. She knows she can hit that shot. Squares up, and lets it release.
20-second timeout. Both teams at their benches. There is Bill Lapp. Does not like the first minute 15 of this third quarter for sure. As Nokomis has come out with a couple of quick buckets and built a 6-point lead. The 5-point run for the Lady Redskins. There's a look at Jessica Huff. She just hit that 3. She had 4 in the quarterfinal. 3 Carthage turnovers. And again, another poorly taken shot.
They had 4 at halftime.
Nice pass.
And that worked because Eisenagel was trying to find out where she's supposed to go on defense. Heads up play.
Those two make a living off that play. They certainly did in the semifinal.
And now you see the defensive adjustment by Nokomis.
Underneath to Eisenagel.
She was open there, didn't have the support they usually have, but Nokomis has now gone to their pressure on their perimeter, a change from the first half.
So that breaks the run. It's 38-32 now for Nokomis.
And now it's Carthage just being a little more laid back, making Nokomis hit the outside shots. Huff, she warms up, she's going to be tough.
Well, she is warm and she is tough. She's got 13 points now. 2 threes in a row for her. Nago looking for Sullivan.
A good step into the 15-footer.
Sullivan, her first basket. 7-point ball game. Under 5.5 to go, third quarter. Turnaround to Eisenbach, but it is blocked by Twaddle. Last touch by Nokomis. Good play for Carthage. Anslet comes in for the Blue Girls. Sullivan sits down after scoring that bucket. And Detmers comes out. Von Miners with 3 personals comes in. Detmers with 2 points.
Then you see the fronting of Eisenagel.
Twaddle again for 3.
There they're getting their hands in their face. It's a little bit harder to shoot and make that shot with the hand in the face.
Here comes McDowell. Likes to be on the run.
Oh, beautiful!
Oh my gosh, Miners.
Again, the commitment by the defense of Carthage. Threads the needle, gets that pass around there. As an easy layup underneath the basket. It'll happen every time if you don't stop her from penetrating that deep into the key.
And to Eisenagel again. They go down the low post on the block. She's got 8. Action really picking up here. Miners looks to Huff. And we get a traveling call on Eisenbach. 4 minutes, 24 seconds to go. Timeout on the floor. Nokomis has opened up a 7-point lead. And we'll be back after this. Well, watch Molly McDowell in transition, Yvonne.
Nokomis has opened it up, and here's a good example why Molly McDowell comes down. Nobody commits to her, really, so she passes it off. When you go and play in a 1-3-1 zone, even though it is on her break, people are trying to set up. No one commits to her, so she's going to make that no-look pass each and every time if you do not stop her before she gets that far into the key.
There are her numbers. And her team leads by 7. This is Cassie Twaddle. Carthage looking again inside and again taken away by Eisenbach.
They had 3 players that had their hands in the passing lanes, but trying to get it to Eisenbach. Getting Nagel and Nagel like it's messing me up today.
Nagel and Eisenbach, but you can always say Bonnie Miners. Eisenbach with the block.
Nice ball and head fake.
Look at Molly. Fouled outside by Eisenhagel, and for Jenny, her 3rd.
This shows what a heady player she is because she's been taking that 3-point shot. So now Carthage is used to her taking this. So she makes the shot fake, goes around. Beautiful. She's just a very smart player, an all-stater, deserves it every bit of the way. Only a junior.
Colleges will be lining up for her services.
Definitely.
Personal foul situation, as we mentioned. Eisenhagel, who has, as one might guess, a propensity to foul, now with 3. And 17 points from McDowell. Her team leads it by 8.
They put on a full court press facing 2 players at the front, at the top of it for Carthage.
This is Ansler. Under 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Again, you see the 3 players backing off on Carthage.
They're doing a lot of reversing the ball.
So they're trying to get Nokomis off in there when they're trying to
blocked by McDowell.
Defense.
And the foul underneath.
It's going to be on Miners.
This will be the 4th on Bonnie Miners. And Miners has done a job inside.
She really likes to bang on the inside. She's a good rebounder. She's very physical. And here she's just getting caught with her hands trying to block the basketball, trying to block the shot. And she's gotten caught a couple of times trying to get position for the rebound.
She sits down. Detmers comes in. And this is Valerie Kimmel now with 5 points. Waterman comes in. And Janice Spears, who had a brief turn in, sits down. And as we substitute, who gets the last line change? Fleming is in. And Ansel sits down. So lots of, you hate to use the word fresh troops because everybody's pretty worn out by now.
Yeah.
6 points for Kimmel. Cuts the lead to 6.
Now they go to man-to-man or player-to-player. Nokomis does a nice job of coming off screens, setting screens for each other, coming off hard, either curling,
Wild shot by Detmers. Carthage fully capable of biting into a lead quickly as Fleming fires again.
She came off the bench. Her hand is still pretty hot.
Her 3rd 3, and the lead down to 3. Well, this is what a championship game is supposed to be. The 2 best teams going at it. Back and forth. They clear the left side.
And they fell for it. Carthage fell for it. Molly McDowell took her time in penetrating with that isolation, but everybody for Carthage kind of slid over a little bit, gave her that lane.
Fleming kicks it to Nagel, back to Eisenhagel. Eisenhagel not set there. More wide open than even she believed. Waterman. Rebound to Eisenhagel and a good pitch out to Fleming. 1-on-2.
Oh, there was a bump there. They didn't call it.
No ball. Not a good choice by Fleming. Didn't have the numbers and didn't have the angle. 46-41, 5-point game right here. You come down to 2 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Coming off the curl probably from McDowell.
Lori Huff signaling the play from the sidelines. Huff looks for Molly.
I mean, really, they set up everything for her. That time, she was just supposed to go to the basket, and they gave her a little bit of a lob. She jumped up and got it.
21 for Molly, and the foul will be on Rochelle Detmers, her 2nd. neither team in the bonus as yet. This game has moved along. Well, the action never stops here on Fox Sports Chicago. Tuesday night, you got Bulls, you got Blackhawks, you got the game room. You pick your choice. Start at 7 o'clock with the game room. Blackhawks and Blues on Sports Channel, Fox Sports Chicago. And Nuggets versus Bulls on Fox Sports Chicago Plus. Take your choice. We've got them all for you. And another foul underneath. This time it looks like Eisenbarth's third.
Again, we're seeing Carthage really operate on the inside there in the interior in the lane, and they're getting the calls.
Trailed by 7. Minute 15 to go. Third quarter. Look at McDowell.
Good block, though.
Bottle did it. Back we go the other way, but Carthage slows it up. There's a whistle, and what's the call? Maury Huff hangs his head. And we get a technical on the bench, and I think it was on Huff.
What did he do? Oh, could be the foul that wasn't called, but there was a foul there, but you know, you got to let those things go.
And a very serious error by a veteran coach, because if you get that technical, it's a 2-shot foul and the ball for the other team, and Maury knows it. And when you've got a team down 7 and a team like Carthage, well, Alicia Nagel stepped right up there and pumped it, didn't set herself.
We used to always say in high school that if that person misses the shot, that it really meant not to happen. It wasn't supposed to be the right call. We always used to say, see, that wasn't the right call. She missed the ball.
Well, that was a big blow to Alicia Nagel, too, who's had her free throw shooting problems over the year. Let's see how she responds to that. 1 minute to go, third quarter. Still a 7-point ball game. Carthage gets the ball back.
Carthage again doing their job on the offensive glass, making second opportunities for them.
Kimmel and Dickerson both had opportunities and neither could convert, but once again it's a foul on Carrie Eisenbarth, and for Carrie that's 4.
Oh, that could hurt. They have their 2 best rebounders in trouble right now. And they bring Eisenogel in.
Eisenogel comes in, Eisenbarth goes out. She's replaced by Janice Spears from Nokomis. Fleming tries the 3. Rebound, Nagel has it blocked, and a foul. Will be on Waterman. First foul on Venetia. Well, Carthage here has had a flurry, had a lot of opportunities, and has not converted them. 39.3 left in the third quarter. There are Nagel's numbers. I told you she won the quarterfinal with a free throw. Now she converts. She has 7 points. Well, in this game, you can't think what might have been. You have to deal with what is. And splits these. Molly on the run again. And she draws the foul.
Again, you have a situation, and Nagel was trying to tell her team. Everybody was trying to figure out where they were supposed to go and who was their player that they were supposed to defend, and no one was paying attention to the basketball.
Twaddle the foul. That's Cassie's third. And here is McDowell with 21 points. On the line for 2. A 6-point ball game. Nice rotation. Ever so cool.
She's just a player. She can flat out play the game of basketball.
23 for McDowell. The lead up to 8. Nagel likes it there. problem. She wasn't far enough away.
She's a good player, too, and she does whatever is necessary for Carthage to keep them hanging on in the ball game.
She's got 10.
Big shot.
At the buzzer again. Molly with 25. What else can she do?
Clock is running down. You take a look at there in the lower part of the screen. Again, not enough pressure on her. You know she's going to drive. She's being very hesitant, trying to figure out what the defense is going to do. She just takes the shot.
Well,
Ice
she
cold.
had 3/10 of a second left on that. We'll take a break here. Fourth quarter coming up. 7-point game as we start the fourth quarter. Carthage with the ball trailing. Molly McDowell scored the last 10 points for her team in that third quarter. 7-point ball game. Here it is. Championship on the line. And underneath. Called off of Carthage, so it'll be Nokomis ball.
A little bit too close for comfort there. Eisenagel didn't move out of the way, and the post stayed right there, so they got tied up. Too many defensive players for Nokomis. They were able to get their hands on the ball.
McDowell. She's got Twaddle on her, spreading the floor. This is Rochelle Detmers. Back it comes to Molly. Huff, who had big threes in that third quarter. Janice Spears, number 14, is in, playing a wing. Now Nokomis' turn to run some clock. As my partner sits here and seethes.
At least they're attempting to run something. I don't know.
A rare miss from McDowell. Here comes Nagel. Both these players all stay. Carthage down by 7. The 1-2-2 always for Nokomis as Nagel comes up short. Eisenagel to follow. One more time.
Yeah, you're not going to stop her if she has the ball that close underneath the basket. You're just going to have to let her shoot.
10 points, double figures now for Eisenagel. The lead is down to 5. McDowell to stop.
She has a shooter's bounce.
Yes.
There you go.
There's the old West Unseld release. And Nagel puts it through. That is another thing they love about Eisenagel. She can take that ball and pitch that outlet. Timeout called Nokomis. It's a 3-point ball game. An 8-point lead for Nokomis has shrunk to 3. Still plenty of time left, and we've got plenty of time next weekend for the girls' AA championships. We'll do it all again, bringing the semifinals live starting at 11. Yvonne, Eric, and I will be here, and then the final. Live again on Fox Sports Chicago at 8 o'clock. Right now, lots of business to attend to. Nokomis had the big lead. It has been shrunk down to 3 points. McDowell for 3. Doesn't get it that time. Carthage again with a 1-on-4. Nagel for 3. Way short.
Brought the ball down. Do not bring the basketball down when you're rebounding it.
Eisenagel has it now. Nagel's got it.
Eisenagel's calling for the post in there.
See the strength of Carthage as Fleming fires it up, but missing from 3. And Nagel will commit the foul, banging into McDowell.
We'll go back to the replay with the Eisenagel throwing it up midcourt. Nokomis is really used to battling in for the board, sending everybody, so Carthage has released at least 2 people. Eisenagel has the strength to throw it at least half court and make it an easy layup for Carthage.
Well, Frankfurt was doing this somewhat in the semifinal to Nokomis. Carthage obviously took a page there, but you like the way Eisenagel pitched out, as we said. It reminds us of what Wes Unseld used to do. They really coined that outlet pass play with the old Washington Bullets.
Reminds you, I was probably too young.
Now stop. I was going to compare Molly to Bob Cousy, but I wouldn't even go there.
My guy with his team.
I know, you don't remember when you had to get up to change channels, right? Traveling call on Molly. Turnover on Nokomis. Under 5 minutes to go. 3-point ball game again. Carthage, #1 in the state. Trying to battle back here.
And no one in this tournament has been able to put Carthage away. They stay close enough for striking distance. Really put the clamps on in the 4th quarter.
Dickinson kicks it out to Fleming and has it taken away, but a foul call. And the foul will go against Carthage on Fleming. That's what happens when you get the 2 mistakes. You give up the ball and then you reach in and commit the foul.
Replacing Fleming.
Fleming is out, Ancelet is in. Andrea with those 3 big threes and 13 points. Mrs. Waterman, remember, she is just a freshman. Ball on the stopping pop.
I mean, you can't stop her.
27. She had 30 in the super sectional. She had 28 in the quarters. Seems the bigger the game, she says, the bigger she plays. Last touched by Nokomis. Will lap. This is Ancelet. Clock now under 4 minutes.
You see Eisenhower getting double and triple teamed when the ball goes down to the baseline. A good flash in there by Nagel.
Count it, and the foul.
That's something that Nagel has done this entire tournament. The ball side, it swings over to the other side. She cuts up into the free throw line area, and she's able to get the basketball, turns and takes that little 15-footer.
Foul was on Jessie Huff, her second.
You got it?
Eisenbarth back in with her 4 fouls for Nokomis.
You gotta cut the cutter off. And you gotta know when she's coming to you, you stop her and send her the other way.
Nagel makes the 3-point play, and McDowell coming right back, and will have a chance to match.
The shooter's touch.
She is incredible.
She puts the ball behind her back in all that mess. She takes it from the wing, puts the ball behind her back, uses her left hand to get just a little bit closer to the basket, just puts it up there. Take another look at it. Incredible. Even runs into Eisenagel.
We get the foul, I believe. Eisenagel with 3 fouls and 30 points for Molly McDowell, tournament leader in scoring, building on that. Again, it's a 5-point lead. Nagel had a screen, didn't take it.
Nagel's the best on the team to flash into an open spot, and that's exactly where she likes to get it.
Eisenagel called for the ball on the low block.
She has some plans for Eisenagel. Nagel does, as she gets the ball on the baseline she's looking for, decides to take a shot. It's short.
Way short. But Dickinson coming out with the ball, and McDowell trying to save it.
Again, we're talking a smart player. Instead of just trying to get the ball back inbounds, she flips it so that it goes back into the other court, so that Carthage doesn't end up with a broken player and an easy shot.
Nagel looking, left hands it in.
Another very good player, very quick, makes decisions very quickly.
And you have to do that with your offhand, no question. McDowell right back through and draws the foul. Nagel gets her.
It's a Nagel-McDowell battle right now. The seniors and the All-Staters.
Third foul on Alicia Nagel. Right, both seniors. One a senior, one a junior.
Oh,
both
I'm sorry,
All-State.
yeah. She plays like a senior. I didn't, just came out of my mouth.
She plays like a college senior.
That's true. Again, the defense and offense, Molly McDowell, the junior, and
Alicia Nagel, the senior. McDowell comes over from the wing again. Been having that shot opportunity the entire evening. Coming off the break.
32 from McDowell. It's again 5 points. We're down to 2:20. Twaddle looks for the three. Ansel will take it. And Amy Anslet, who hadn't scored in a while, has 6 for the game. It's a 3-point game. Timeout on the floor, 2:07 to go. You knew this was going down to the wire before we started. We have not been disappointed. Maury Huff with his girls had the biggest lead, 8 points. Molly McDowell has done all she can and more. No question about it. She is our Lincoln Mercury player of the game. She can have the Lincoln Mercury. She can have the whole fleet.
If we were allowed to give them cars, we would definitely hand over the keys to her. She has had an outstanding tournament. She's done everything she could to make this team get this far.
Well, they may have a stoplight named after her in Nokomis.
At least a street.
Yeah. Pressure, but here's McDowell. Eisennagel's in the way. Eisenbarth gets fouled. And the foul is on Eisenagel. That's her 4th. Critical free throws here coming up for Carrie Eisenbarth.
Take a look at it here. Again, no commitment by the defense. Eisenbarth knows that the pass is coming to her. Does a good job at going to it, then setting herself up, squaring herself up, and trying to get to the backboard, but Eisenagel ended up fouling her.
Well, that ties the championship game record for points scored. 33. Molly McDowell, check it, will do it on her next try. Meanwhile, this is Eisenbarth, and she makes 2. She's got 8.
And those are very, very big free throws with 2 minutes left in this ball game.
.144. Eisenagel used his left hand, doesn't get the bounce. Taken away, but a foul call, and if it's on Nagel, she's gone. No, that'll be 4 on Nagel. On Alicia, that will be 4.
You gotta like it that Miner was still in there fighting. She has 4 fouls, but she was still in there fighting for the basketball. It was a loose ball. Eisenagel doesn't get the turnaround there. The ball's up in the air. And they're fighting for the basketball. With 4 fouls, she's still in there.
And here's Bonnie Miners at the line.
Huge free throw.
They're shooting 1 and 1, and Miners, again, basically a 50% shooter. Look at Eisenbarth in on the rebound with Eisenagel. Key rebound, or at least a tie-up by Eisenbarth, because the possession arrow goes to Nokomis.
Now Molly McDowell is taking the ball out. She's going to pass it to somebody, and then she's going to set herself up for a play. You're going to look for her to get the basketball.
Now, with a minute and a half to go, whose hands do you want the ball in? Any questions?
Well, for Carthage, you definitely don't want Molly to have it, because she's an outstanding free throw shooter. Nailed everyone so far except for 1. If you want to foul before you get it in her hands.
Clock at 1:10. The lead is 5. Carthage putting on the pressure, and down go.
That's on Nagel.
Miners,
She's out of here.
Nagel.
That's on Eisenagel. She's out of here.
Well, it's on Nagel, and that will be 5 on Alicia. Alicia Nagel, the senior, finishes her career 17 points.
Did she not know?
And
She didn't know. Now she did not know that she had 4 fouls. They did not tell her that she had 4 fouls.
All-State, Alicia Nagel to the bench. Her team is down 5, 1:05 to go, and Bonnie Miners, who just missed the front end of the 1-1, has another chance here with 1:05. Alicia Nagel played her heart out, no question.
Well, Bill Lapp has told us that there's been a couple of games this year that Alicia Nagel thought that she's let the team down, and I'm sure she's feeling that way right now. And her teammates will let her know that she did the best that she could. She played her heart out, played 100%, and did everything she could for them. just was not aware that she had 4 fouls.
They'd be watching this game without her. There's no question of that. 2 big free throws now. Final 60 seconds. Fired up by Twaddle. Rebound, Nokomis Waterman. And the Nokomis fans are starting to get the cheering going.
Getting that feeling.
Dickerson fouls Molly McDowell, and she will have a chance to break the record we told you about. And the look is quite different on the Carthage bench.
It's like a look of disbelief. They were number 1 for most of the year. It's hard when you're number 1. Everyone's coming in, going at you throughout the season. Ice in her veins.
For most points in a Class A championship game, a record stood since 1987. And this one will tie her for the most points in the tournament and break the single game record, but she's holding right now. And once again, we've got a foul call. This time it is on Bonnie Miners, and Miners has fouled out. 6 points, good work on the boards, and a couple of critical free throws just seconds ago. So Bonnie Miners will go to the bench. And Dickerson will go to the line. If there's any question about these free throws, Dickerson's got to make them. This is her first attempt on the evening. Detmers comes in as Miners goes to the bench. Eisenogel is out for Carthage. Valerie Kimmel is in. They want to get the 3-point shooters in. Dickerson's got to make these for Carthage. Well, Adrian makes the first. Okay, she did her part. She's got 2. The lead is 6. And here's the takeaway.
Still plenty of time. 44 seconds. They can do some damage. 3 quarters.
In the lane. Doesn't get it. Eisenbach does. And the foul will be on Dickerson. 4 on Adrian. Well, Carthage had a chance. Basically still a 2-possession ball game with a 6-point lead.
And they don't have a lot of 3-point shooters out there right now.
Dickerson has fouled out with the 2 points. And Carrie Eisenbart, 8 points on the evening, will go to the line 4-2 with 31.2 to go. Well, here is Ashley Harrison. First time we see her. Bill Lapp gets her in, a senior. There's Carrie Eisenbart's line. 4 for 4 from the line this evening.
She can get these. Pretty much be done.
9 points for Carrie.
That did it.
Couple of daggers. Time to fire up the threes. Nokomis is going to win it. 66-58. And Fleming will follow McDowell, and Molly will have a chance for that record again. And we see a smile that's widening by the minute. McDowell right at the end of the arena where the Nokomis fans are. Well, they may be the Redskins, but they know a blue chipper when they see one. It's that color.
There you go again.
Yeah. 34.
So what record did she get?
Well, she's got them both. Right now, I think she's tied the tournament record for total points, and she's got that to herself as well. Plus the single game Class A championship high. Ancelet will fire this one up. Huff the rebound. 10 seconds, 8 seconds, and Huff is fouled. Cassie Twaddle, that'll be her 5th. There's the Nokomis bench.
Tears are flowing already.
You can read about it in the, I don't know what the newspaper is there, but you know it's going to be front page. And of course, the other look.
Yep, that hurts. You know, we got 2nd place, but you're proud of it later. You will be proud of it later.
And the scary thing about Nokomis is they are all coming back.
Yeah. Contrasting sides.
Different kind of tears. And the
I like
coach's
that,
kid.
shooting the free throw while you're crying.
The coach's kid puts them both down. 5 seconds. Edgelet will go through unmolested, but that's academic now. 70-60. Coaches both did an outstanding job, and there are your champions. Maury Huff, 16 years at the same location, and he's won the big one.
And he almost retired.
The unflappable Maury Huff, I see a couple of tears there, and certainly they are deserved, they are justified, they are welcome. There's Molly.
Molly's like, okay, enough already, let's get our stuff.
A happy bunch. And on the other side of the floor, of course, Carthage paying their respects to the winners. Oh my. Dad and daughter. He says he treats her just like another player. Okay, he sure does. Not now. Nor should he. Just thinking about that kind of situation where you can have a child playing for a dad and their success.
Yeah.
Dick Bennett of University of Wisconsin coached his son at Wisconsin Green Bay. Says the most wonderful experience of his life. And you can see the Huffs share that now. They're the champs. Nokomis by 10. They win Class A. We'll be back. Nokomis in their first final succeed, 70-60. They are the Class A champions. Let's go to the awards presentations and Jeff Frickson on the public address.
Original March Madness. Presenting medallions will be members of the Illinois High School Association Board of Directors attending tonight's game. They are Vice President William Wright of Savannah, Secretary Gary Collins of Monmouth, and Patrick Sullivan of Roxana. At this time, please meet the Blue Girls of Carthage, who finished the 1998 season in 2nd place with a final record of 33 wins, 2 losses. First meet the principal of Carthage High School, Mr. Christopher Rademacher. Athletic Director, Dick Reed. Head Coach, Bill Lapp. Assistant Coach, Jerry Logan. Assistant Coach, Cy Hickenbottom. Assistant Coach, Jeff Thorman. And now the Blue Girl players, number 21, Rachel Bliss. 33, Shannon Sullivan. Number 22, Ashley Harrison. Number 25, Andrea Fleming. Number 4, Rachel Sullivan. Number 32, Val Kimmel. Number 23, Cassie Twaddle. Number 35, Adrian Dickerson. Number 15, Amy Ancelet. Number 45, Jenny Eisenogel. Number 10, Alicia Nagel. Statistician, Kelly Fenton. Statistician, Jenny Neely. Camera operator, Justin Smith. Statistician, Shane Sight. The Blue Girls of Carthage High School. At this time, please meet the Lady Redskins of Nokomis, who finished the 1998 season in first place with a final record of 33 wins, 2 losses. First meet the principal of Nokomis High School, Mr. Robert Davis. Head coach, Maury Huff. Assistant coach, Rochelle McDowell. Manager, Tisha Morris. Manager, Janine Cates. Manager, Misty Johnson. And the Lady Redskin players, number 22, Emily Heck. Number 10, Laura Rupert. Number 33, Andy Probst. Number 25, Amy Broy. Number 12, Ashley Keller. Number 20, Rin Hadley. Number 32, Crystal Hayes. Number 14, Jana Spears. Number 40, Bonnie Miners. Number 15, Amy Crater. Number 44, Venetia Waterman. Number 30, Jessie Huff. Number 24, Rochelle Detmers. Number 21, Carrie Eisenbarth. And number 11, Molly McDowell. Now will Coach Bill Lapp and the captains of Carthage High School please step forward to receive the second place trophy.
Well, those are the numbers for Molly McDowell. She scored half the points for her team tonight. She has carried them all the way, and certainly the contributions from everyone have been important. And yet when you see a talent like Molly McDowell, you know she doesn't come along very, very often. There's the trophy for the Blue Girls of Carthage. Second place, only 2 defeats on the season. And there's Molly McDowell, Maury Huff, and they are getting the big one.
Raising of the trophy.
There'll be all kinds of carrying on in Nokomis tonight if everybody's not here celebrating up north. Ah, yes. Take a look at your winners. We'll be back to talk with a few. The Class A champions. The crowd starts to file out of Redbird Arena, but a happy bunch of winners aren't going anywhere. They're staying right there at center court. as they are basking in the glow, the warmth, the thrill of a state championship. Let's take a look at our Pepsi play of the game featuring none other than Molly McDowell.
She got the ball in the wing a couple times. This time she puts it behind her back, lays it in, actually just gets it up in the air, gets the shooter's bounce. Just indicative of how she played this evening.
35 points for Molly McDowell, and of course, she's got the championship. She's also holding the ball. Let's go to her coach with Eric Collins.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mike. Maury, I finally figured out why you wear the towel with you at all times.
Now
it's when you win the state championship, you have something to mop up the brow with. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Pretty tense moments. Well-played basketball game. Is Molly McDowell an unbelievable basketball player? My God, she just willed us to win that basketball game. She took over down the stretch, and when she took over, I've said it all. It takes more than one to stop Molly McDowell.
When did you realize you had this game won? When did you have that good feeling in your stomach?
Oh, I think at about we were at 8. They cut it back to 6. With I don't know, I think when we got under 30 seconds and Molly came down and hit these 2 free throws, and I was numb on the bench, and all I did was sit there and stare at this scoreboard, and I said I just was overwhelmed with it. I was in total awe of what just happened.
Your entire starting 5 comes back next year. Is it too much to say possible repeat?
No, I wouldn't even say that. That's too much pressure. 14 of our top 15 come back, and we got a great 8th grade team bunch that's coming in. So we work hard in the summer. This basketball team is a long way away from being as good as it's going to be. We got some work to do with some key individuals. That Bonnie Miners come on off the bench, and I tell you what, she's going to fight for a starting job. It's just I wouldn't say back-to-back, but we may put that on a T-shirt. I don't know.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Go join your team, have some fun. Now let's go back to our team. Mike and Yvonne, take it away.
Well, you think Maury could have spoken, maybe done a telethon. Anyway, next week we got the Class AA championship, and boy, we could see some exciting basketball. We should.
Yeah, we'll find out Monday night who wins that, who's coming down here. It should be an outstanding tournament just like this one was.
Well, we hope you enjoyed it, and stick around for Fox Sports Chicago. We've got a lot more coming. Meanwhile, we'll tell you, we wrap it up. We want to give a special thanks to David Fry, his entire staff, the Illinois High School Association, Julie Cochran and her staff here at Redbird Arena. Once again, congratulations to the 1998 IHSA Girls Class A State Champs, Nokomis 70, Carthage 60. Fox Sports News coming up next. The following has been a presentation of Fox Sports Chicago and Intersport Television for Yvonne Simmons and Eric Collins. I'm Mike Lederman saying so long from Redbird Arena.